Welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to create objectives and how to trigger them. So, I've created some units and buildings earlier. I will also add a bonus tutorial about army trigger. Firstly, let's set up the player data. I put player 2 into my team, which is team 1. To create objective, click on Scenario tab, and click Objective. Change your objective title. Make it interesting. Insert first objective. If it's a primary one, make sure you tick it. If you untick it, it will be a secondary objective. Change the name of your main objective. Now create a new objective. This time, it will be a secondary one. So I made 2 objectives. Get to Allies base. And defend Allies base. It's simple, right? I don't need to elaborate that. Now, let's start making the trigger. Create the first trigger and change the title. Make sure you named it according to the objective. Set the condition to always. For the first trigger, we want to show the first objective and hide the other one so they will not appear at the same time. Find objective, discover, and choose any objective to appear. Then, find objective hide, and choose the objective that you want to hide so it will not appear at the objective panel. Create a new trigger. This trigger will set the condition to complete the first objective. As for the first objective, which is get to Allies base, I will use number of nuggets collected. My mistake, that's not it. It is distance to point. Just set the source units and area.
Change the operator as shown and distance to 10. The condition will met if the units reached the destination. Make sure to double check. Set the trigger to objective complete and choose the first objective. It will then mark the first objective as completed. Then, find objective discover to make the second objective reappear. Add another one, objective show, and choose the same objective. So now, I'll show a little bit tutorial about Army Editor. I will send enemy soldiers to the base. Find Army Deploy. Click on Triggers tab. And choose Army Editor. Change to Player 3, which is the enemy. And click on Ghost Army. This will create an army that we can use in the triggers, conditions and effects. Choose the Ghost Army that you just created. And choose any unit you want to deploy.
2 hours later.
After that, set the area you want the army to deploy. And how many you want. Insert new trigger. For this trigger, I want the army to attack the base. Change the condition to army distance to point. Choose the army, and set the area to where the army is. Make sure it is the right area, or else it will not work. Find Army Move and choose the army. Set the destination and speed that you want. Find Fire Event. This will activate any inactive trigger. Leave it blank for a moment. Now, create new trigger. Leave it to inactive. Change the condition to Army is dead and choose the army. Set the effect to Objective Complete and choose the objective, so the objective will be completed after you kill the army. I set this trigger to unactive because the condition needs the ghost army to be deployed first. After the army have deployed and died, then the condition will met. Go back to the previous trigger, and activate it using fire event. Bonus tip, you can set the camera's start location for the scenario. Now, let's see if it works. The first objective appeared. You can see the primary and secondary objective in the panel. Let's complete the task.
New mission. New mission.
Second objective discovered and the enemy attacks the base. As you can see, the first objective is completed, and the second one appeared. Now, the second objective is completed. But I don't know why the sound isn't played to notice us about the completed mission. Well, shit happens. You may want to add a new trigger, so it completes the main objective or so. So that's all from me. If you want more tutorials, don't forget to subscribe and like.